Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering draft video. It's how to draft MTG. My name's Al. We're jumping into another Dominaria United Premier draft. Let's do this thing. Didn't care for our deck last time. See if we can do a little bit better this time. Pretty nice rare here. Danitha Benalia's Hope. 5 mana 4/4. Some really good keywords. This card is pretty hard to deal with when it's on the battlefield. Doesn't have flying, sadly, but it is splashable. It's good in white decks. It's good in 5-color decks. The equipment aura thing doesn't really matter. It's more just the fact that it's 5 mana 4/4. So this card's really good, and I think Weatherseed Treaty is also really good. And these couple dual lands are really nice as well. And I think those are the only cards that we're really considering here. And I'm actually really quite torn between Danitha and Weatherseed Treaty. The Treaty is... I mean, they're both good in lots of different decks. But the Treaty is real nice, and I think I'm going to take it. Don't hate me for passing the rare, but I think the Treaty is actually the pick. Okay, Phyrexian Espionage. Hydromancer is okay. It just doesn't get kicked all that often in my experience. Rada is pretty sweet with creatures that can enlist it if you end up with a lot of different colors, obviously. Yeah, and Eerie Soul Tender, obviously a really nice black common as well. I'm not crazy about picking up either of these uncommons right yet. I think of these two, I would take Rada. But as it stands, I kind of just want to take either Espionage or Soul Tender. Really quite a toss-up here for me. I'm going to take... I think I'm going to take the Soul Tender. I think it's got slightly more kind of upside to it. Ooh, pick 3 Balmor. Well, now I wish I'd taken that to Espionage. There's a Floriferous Vine Wall if we want to stay on the 5-color kind of thing. There's a Lightning Strike and a Balmor in the same pack, which is pretty cool. Not going to wheel either of them, though, so it doesn't do a ton. So if we take Balmor, we're like definitely not playing Weatherseed Treaty or Eerie Soul Tender. Soul Tender's not a big deal, but to drop Weatherseed Treaty kind of is a bummer. 2 uncommons missing, so it could be anything. Well, I guess we'll take a swing at Balmor. 2 people to our right weren't interested in it, but, I mean, it doesn't mean a ton. It's not, like, super, super busted, but it is really good. So, I'll take a swing. Nothing for our domain life here. I guess there's a Mary's Outrider. I actually shouldn't say that. So we could take a Mary's Outrider that could get played in a Balmor deck and a Weatherseed Treaty deck. Take an Infusion, which could get played in both decks. We could take a Timely Interference, which is more just a Balmor card. I think Mary's Outrider is the kind of card that comes around a little bit later. So I'm going to take the Flowstone Infusion here. There's also a Sacred Peaks, which is useful. And actually might have been the correct pick. All right, you have My Coast. Seen a lot of these rare dual lands, not a lot of the common ones. Micromancer picks up Flowstone Infusion, which is pretty sweet. Kitsu Amplifier could come back. We are seeing the pieces of a blue-red spells deck come by here, so that's pretty exciting. These green cards and black cards are not very exciting. So I think I'm going to stay on the blue train and pick up a Micromancer. Phyrexian Espionage. This could just be a blue-red draft here. We saw a potential signal here, pick 3, and we're just kind of going with it. Nothing else in this pack that's all that exciting. Vine Shaper Prodigy for Weatherseed Treaty. Shield Wall Sentinel. Don't want to take it over Espionage, though. And if we wheel a Twin Inferno later, we might put that in the deck. Another Sacred Peaks. Talus Lookout. And that's kind of it. Talus Lookout is a really nice one. If we're looking to be more streamlined, we don't want the Peaks as much. Although Peaks is really good because it can help you splash the kicker cost on Tolarian Geyser. And we're not like 100% to be blue-red. So I think I'll take the Peaks here. Just to sort of hedge a little bit. Scout the Wilderness, Shielders Restoration. Nothing too exciting here. I think we just take an Impulse. It's really quite good with Balmor. Good card in general. It's also good in blue-green decks. That's where we end up. Negate was pretty good for us in our last draft, even though our deck was quite bad. Maybe those things are related. Maybe they're not. We could pick up Sentinel here as well. Love Song of Night and Day I'm not super interested in. It doesn't have a ton of synergy with what Blue's trying to do or what the 5-color decks are trying to do. But it is a card you can play. Man, I mean, Negate's so easy to get, but maybe we should just clock a Shield Wall Sentinel there. But we took, I think this is the best card for the pool that we have, so why not just take it, right? Thrill versus Kavu, I think just Kavu. Thrill hasn't been great for whatever reason. Okay, Figment versus Shivan Reef. This is kind of interesting. Figment is quite nice in these types of decks. We need 2 drops. But the fixing that Shivan Reef provides, the consistency, is quite nice. That's a tough one. I'll take the land. Hopefully we'll see another Figment at some point. But could be wrong to do that. Amplifier, that's nice. That's a nice pickup for us. That's the 2-drop we really want. All right, so it looks like we're red-blue pretty convincingly here. 5 mana, Temporal Firestorm. Choose up to X, where X is the number of times the spell is kicked, they phase out. This deals 5 damage to each creature. So this is a board wipe. Could be okay. And if we can pay 7 mana for it, then we get to save one of our things. That's probably not going to happen. Essence Scatter, Mary's Outrider. Didn't see any Twin Infernos late. I mean, the card's not great, but we would have thought it would wheel. I mean, this can get us out of jams, but we're supposed to be the aggressor based on the cards that we have. Essence Scatter's not its best here either, though. I think I'll snap it up, though. All right. Urtai's Scorn is playable. Haunting Figment could be the move here. There's an Idyllic Beachfront, Molten Tributary. We don't need the Tributary, but we were interested in a white source. Potentially. I mean, we already have one, so yeah, maybe not as much. I think we hope to wheel the Scorn and take the Figment here. We could do it the other way around because we saw Figment wheel last pack, but I think Figment's slightly more important to the deck. So we'll take Figment here. Kavu could come back as well. Bit of a bust here for us. Could take a Twin Inferno. It's just not that good of a trick. Could potentially splash Tura. If we're playing a lot of spells, we got a white source. Pixie Illusionist could be the aggro. Branch Rider, not so much. Grotto, not so much. Yeah, I'll take the Tura. If we were to get a Wrath, I would be willing to just straight up pivot into blue-white as well, so that makes sense. Fire NATO, Sentinel, Illusionist. We're pretty locked into playing some kind of blue spells thing. I don't know if we're... Warleech plus Soul Tender makes sense. don't have any Tolarian Terrors. What does this thing do? 3 mana, 3/3 menace that can cast dragons from your graveyard. That's kind of cool. I think I'm gonna stick to the plan here. Fire NATO it up. But there's always these little opportunities to sort of pivot around a little bit. So if we had taken that Monstrous War Leech, we could consider taking Tribute here. But with Balmor in the pile, I think that it actually makes Soaring Drake a decent card. Just having some creatures that can get in there. Could try to splash black with the Geothermal Bog. We could take a Thrill. We could take a Shield Wall Sentinel. That ship's kind of sailed, though. I'm going to take the Bog. Yeah, I'll take the Bog. Okay, another look at Twinferno here. I'd rather have Furious Bellow, though. That always wins a combat. This does not. So let's do that. Another Infusion. Another Fire NATO or a Twinferno. Or a Rada. We actually have some domain stuff going on here. We don't have any green yet, though. Or any enlist. Take a Twinferno. I guess we got 2 Flowstone infusions as well to copy with it. Kavu. Alright. So, I'm pretty happy with the road we went down here. I haven't seen anything that's really made me like groan that we're not in 5-color. And the blue is certainly flowing. Where are we going to see a Tolarian Terror? Yes. Okay. All right. There's an Outrider here that could come around again. That's it. Those are the only blue and red cards. Nothing even really splashable. So hopefully the Outrider comes back. I don't even know if we play it though. Instance spell count is pretty good. We could still use some more though. But yeah, we'll definitely pick up a Terror here. Looking to cut the wall. Looking to pick up some of those timely interferences. That'd be pretty nice. G2 Amplifier. Essence Scatter, Negate. We got one of each of those. My thought is we just want the Amplifier. Might wheel a Negate. I think I could justify playing 2 Negates in a Balmor deck. Because you're going to get yourself into combat sort of situations. Battling Mystic, Essence Scatter. Mystic, pretty good here. Essence Scatter is not great in this type of deck because we want to be like attacking and then having our opponents react, and then we cast combat tricks and blow them out. Casting a Scatter on their turn doesn't really do a whole lot with Balmor or amplifiers. That being said, we don't have very many tricks, so hopefully we can pick some up. We're cutting this wall. I think we're cutting Tura. We're cutting Bog. If we do end up grabbing a Geyser, we could play Sacred Peaks. But yeah, any like cheap 1-mana tricks, Shore Up, Timely Interference. It's nice to have a couple of infusions, for sure. Lightning Strike would be a real nice one. Another Shivan Reef. Ooh, a Shore Up. And a Djinn of the Fountain. Okay, Djinn of the Fountain is not very good. So you want to have like 7 mana up for that. So yeah, I think we'll take a shore up. We need ways to protect our Balmors and our amplifiers. It helps our terror. We might even wheel the reef. And we're not interested in the Djinn. So actually, we're really happy to see the shore up. I thought for a second this was the rare Djinn, and then I would have had to like really think about it. But I think shore up is great here. Okay, Talish Lookout. War Host's Frenzy. Creatures get +2/+0. And you draw a card when they die. That's kind of cool. Or do we just want tried and true Talish Lookout? We're not really going wide. 3 mana is kind of a lot. I think I'm just going to take the Lookout. But we do want tricks. I don't know if we're going to see them here. Take another Fire NATO, I guess. Do we want Voda Sea Scavenger? Not really. We're already playing 12 creatures. Our 3-drops are like pretty good. Hammerhand. That's not a trick. Alright, another Soaring Drake. Yeah, okay, so bit of a bummer we didn't see those spells. Looks like black and green are flowing pretty nice at the end of this pack. Oh, here's some stuff. Another Negate, or a Thrill, or a Dual Land. I did say I would play 2 Negates. Do we already have a Thrill on the board? We don't. We have 2 Twinfernos, though. Those might work. Joint Exploration. It's kind of a trick. It's instant speed. Alright. Well, didn't see any... I didn't see any geysers. Only saw the 1 terror. So we might have been fighting somebody for this deck. Again, didn't see a ton. Making me want to draft black or green, though. So, or white for that matter. So again, let me know what you think in the comments where we should have ended up. I think this is kind of what the table is telling us to do. But it's certainly not like a super busted version of this deck. But I think this deck can play. Double Negate. I think we could just cut a land here. With the Reef, we have gives us a little more flexibility in the land slot. 13 creatures is a bit high for a deck like this, but with Balmor, it's nice to have extra bodies lying around, as long as they're aggressive. And all of these cards are, so I think we just cut a land and go for it. We could cut Negate and add a Twinferno, I guess, or cut the... But we don't really have any good removal spells. We're going to need some way to kill stuff. Right? How good is Twinferno going to be? I mean, it makes get 2 amplifier, deal 6. Or a 3-power first striker. It's probably better than the second Negate. Plus, if we cast like 2 spells, and this is the second one, we could be doing 10 off of an amplifier. Let's have a look at the curve here. Even split on blue and red 2-drops. And we do have the double blue on the Lookout, so we'll cut a mountain. I'm thinking about cutting Essence Scatter, but I don't think we want 2 Twinfernos. That seems like a bit much. So, let's try it. As always, click like and subscribe if you enjoy what we're doing here. Always love making videos. Gonna have some more stuff coming out for Brothers War. I'm getting hyped for that set. Here we are for round 1. Opponent goes first. Don't like to see that, but we do have a good 2, 3, 4 curve here at least. Alright. Blight Pile's a little scary. Into Barricade, okay. Into Plains, and Wingmantle Chaplain. That'd be pretty bad for us. We don't have our Essence Scatter in hand, so we can't even think about holding it up. Okay, no Chaplain yet. Splatter Goblin is a little annoying. So we could cast another flying creature. Or Micromancer grabbing, I guess, Shore Up to protect our flyers. Be a better use of our mana, but the Micromancer is never attacking. Whereas if we put another Soaring Drake into play, we're pressuring them a little bit harder. So I think I actually just want to play the Drake. They could have Scatter here as well. Nothing we could do about that, though. I think we just play this. Okay, so, I mean, they're dead in 2 turns if they don't have something like that, which is really good. Bone Splinters. Oh, that's so good. That's really nice. That's really nice. Okay. So we could bounce Tatiova. But they can still get a land trigger off of her or whatever if they want. It would probably be better to bounce her after they've gotten the land trigger, right? Because then land will lose flying for a period of time. Though if the amplifier's in play, that gives us actual attacks. Because we have Twin Inferno. Could kill a Barricade or something. It's a tough call. Suppose we go with the spend all the mana play. Hopefully they don't draw land. That'd be cool. They probably did, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, but they don't have enough... Oh, they don't have enough lands. 7 or more they need. Forgot about that. Interesting. Okay, so Amplifier getting in there. Could kill Barricade, but we would need to cast Twinferno and Infusion to not lose this. That doesn't seem very good. Seems better to just use the Infusion on the Drake and then hit them for 8. So I think we'll cast Mancer getting Shore Up. we might have a kill next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double strike. Yeah, we've got the kill. Cool. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Target creature gains double strike. Doesn't have reach somehow, right? Okay, good. Reach. Anybody reach? Sweet. That was cool. I haven't done that. All right, we'll see for the next. We're back. Game 2. We go first. We have a 2-drop. Gotta love it. So we might want to infusion something. Do we go Figment or Battlewing Mystic? It's gonna be a while before this kicker matters. But we could, like, draw a 3-drop and then sort of get to the point where this actually matters. I think it's probably better to play it here. Then we're not forced to cast our spells in ways that we don't want to in order to get our Figment through. Splatter Goblin. My nemesis. Although we have Shore Up this time. Mystic in. And then we'll play the Figment. Hold up Shore Up. And we've got Impulse next turn to make it unblockable. Take it. It's another Bone Splinter situation. Okay, good. Black has a lot of those sort of like internal synergies, though. It's pretty sweet. All right, Espionage is, I think, a better play here. Doesn't give us a guaranteed Shore Up, but it helps us hit our land drops. And I think we need to do that. Okay. All right, well, we're pretty vulnerable here. If they do have Bone Splinters, we're gonna be feeling the burn, but stand by that play. No blocks. Okay, we're both at 14 here. Rager, nice. Reef, nice. Again, would like to hold a Shore Up if possible, but we want to keep the pressure on. So our options are play Soaring Drake and attack for 2. I guess we could attack with the Figment as well, but it's kind of valuable to us. They might trade off. We don't really want to do that. So I guess we would attack first. Or we infusion the Rager, attack for 4, play Drake. If they have a kill spell, they have a kill spell. They would have used it probably by now. I think I just want to keep the clock ticking here. Yeah, Bone Splinters would suck. It would. Just 2, eh? Alright. I'm going to take 2. Vivisector. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so do we impulse or do we joint exploration? I guess impulse is like joint exploration, but better. And yeah, we'll just grab a land here. Don't think we want to play Kavu. We want the protection of negate and shore up, because they're dead next turn as long as they can't deal with our threats effectively, and those cards help us protect them. All right, and we're on to the next. Here we go. All right, our opponent's on the play. We've got a pretty good one here. Flowstone Infusion's nice to have on the draw. So we can kill their 2-drop. And Balmor, we don't want to run it out, but we will, because we want to spend our mana. And sometimes they don't have removal. Although with 2 red sources and a black source, they probably have something. But, you know, eating a lightning strike is... It's sometimes someone's got to eat the lightning strike. Okay, we need lands. Do we need red lands or blue lands? Both. We need both. So not an ideal situation. Our opponent also not hitting land drops. Okay, so we could Battlewing Mystic, try and hit lands. Oh no, discard your hand. Sorry, I thought it was discard 2, draw 2. Okay, never mind. Soaring Drake it is. Alright, opponent's having mana troubles. We'll take it. We will take it. Battlewing Mystic. No kicker. We're also having mana troubles, but we have creatures out, so that works. Alright, they're just going to pack it in. We're going to see you for the next game here. Alright, well, we have been the beneficiary of at least 2 opponents missing land drops. So, take it all with a grain of salt, but should have played a mountain there. Alright, we could Balmor. Or we get Amplifier, or we get Battlewing Mystic. The choices. I think we just Battlewing Mystic. Gets in every time. If it dies, then Balmor didn't die. And die it does. And then we'll play Amplifier here. And the next turn we could, if we draw a land, go Balmor plus Infusion. We did draw a land. Although Infusion isn't great here. I guess we could Infusion our Balmor to kill the Tide Turner. Does it have Trample? No, but it will if because of this. So it gets in for some damage, which is kind of cute. Maybe snap off a block here, I would assume. No blocks. Okay, so I think we're cool then. Steal 1. Get to amplifier. Okay. Balmor. Okay. So we'll just replay Balmor, Flowstone Infusion, killing their creature, and hit them for a punch. Does it give haste too? No. I should know this by now. But I don't. Because I have a 9-month-old son and my brain is not as sharp as it used to be. Okay. See you later. Let's hit you for 4. Next turn might be Terror if we draw land. And if we don't, it'll be a Fire Nado, which is not an instant. It's a sorcery. Okay, Balmor is tapped. I thought he was going to die. That's all right. Okay, Terror or Fire Nado. We have options. I like me a Terror while opponent's tapped out. Oh, I guess they're not. This can add blue. Instant or sorcery. They could have had Scatter there. But they didn't. Which is lucky for us. No attacks. Not a sorcery. I don't really want to spend 5 mana to kill a Figment. But I mean, if they have like +3/+0 first strike, then we just get ruined. Get a Scry off of this too. There's enough. There's enough here that I think this is worth it. Love to see that. Oh man, they did have it. Okay, well they're taking 6. And we're not losing our Terror. And then next turn, if Balmor lives, okay, Amplifier, bounce Terror, sure. In for 1. Yeah, fair enough. Alright. Terror. Let's see what happens next. Whoa. Okay. That's a card. So it's +1/+0. So if they triple block, we get them with Shore Up pretty good. But we're not attacking with Balmor. Just going to take 5. That makes sense. But them going to 4 is pretty good for us. Okay, land. Alright, so we're in really good shape here. If they attack with the Djinn, I think they're just dead. Okay, if we attack with both, they block. If they block Balmor and double block Terror, we cast Shore Up on Balmor, I guess. Kill 2 of their things. They go to 3. That's probably worth it. And if they don't double block, they might just die. Okay, they do double block here. Okay, and that was enough for them to concede. Cool. All right, we'll see you for the next. Games are going quick here. We're back. Opponent goes first. Yeah, I mean, Flowstone Infusion on the draw, is, as we've said, is quite nice. A couple of 2-drops to choose from as well. Pretty happy with this hand. And we will lead with Figment, as we've been doing, to not expose Balmor to removal. Opponent does not remove the Figment. Oh, they're miscellaneous interrupts. Man, we're getting a lot of that. Okay, I guess we impulse for a land here rather than cast Balmor. Suppose it is reasonable to take Reef. Kavu. Nice. Okay. So we can kill that with Bellow, or we could just kind of go through it with... well, I guess if we Balmor plus Bellow, that's pretty good. And they take trample damage as well. That doesn't spend our mana super well. And then Balmor is not protected against removal. But I do like getting it for damage. I really do. I think this is a good play. No blocks. Branch Rider. Okay. Alright, well, we didn't get ourselves into too much trouble. So we could kill Branch Rider with Infusion if we wanted. That doesn't seem very good. Could hold up Scatter, attack, Furious Bellow, hold up Scatter, or just put another creature into play. And Infusion if we wanted. I mean, that's a lot of damage. That might just be the move. So this is 5. Okay, they have Bite Down. That's okay. And yeah, we'll just keep the flyers coming. I think Flowstone Kavu will be good for us later, but we're not gonna have a lot of excess mana to pump into it. Balmor's still alive too. Okay, another Bite Down, sure. Balmor is not alive. Still in a pretty good spot. Whenever this attacks, look at the top card. If it's a land, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. Gross. Would be pretty cool to have drawn a land ourselves there. Okay, so the 5 is coming tapped and attacking? No. 5 plus whatever they feel like putting into the Kavu. It's a little scary. They're going to 8. They're going to 8, so I mean we could have a lethal attack on coming back next turn. I think we just keep racing. Because Furious Below would kill them if they don't have another creature. Okay, they didn't hit a land. Although if they blow us out with another Bite Down, that'd be really bad. Okay, we're going to take 5 down to 8. They're just going to pass the turn. Why you got to be like that? All right, all in. In fact, we have lethal without the bellow. How much mana do we want to put into the bellow? Or the Kavu, rather. They obviously have removal. It feels crazy to not... to not go for it here, but like... I think we're supposed to just fire NATO the 3/3 next turn, or this turn rather, or play Amplifier on it. Probably Amplifier, actually. Because we knew they had that. Okay, are we dead somehow? Hopefully not. Oh God, we are, aren't we? Nice. GG's. Wow. Wow. That was good. That was really good. So, how could we have played this differently? I don't know that we could have. We could have left the Menace is pretty brutal, eh? We've never really had an opportunity where we could have blocked that. This one didn't matter because they had 8. I think that's just the way it went. I don't know. GG's. All right, we'll see for the next game. Well, we certainly died by the sword last game, but I think that's the way it goes sometimes when you're trying to race. You don't always win. Good start here. 2-drop, 3-drop. Terror will play a role a little bit later, hopefully. See if they play anything better on 2. That is better, but we don't have a way to kill that, do we? So we took an extra damage. Brawler's going to do some work on us for a little bit here. Man, not having a lightning strike in our pile hurts. Would have been a nice one to pick up. We're going to continue to add flyers to the board. Opponent is going to impede momentum. Okay. Well, they're racing as well. In for 2. We're behind by a fair bit here in the race. Scatterer? No. Something though. Bite down? Bite down they probably would have cast there. Colossal Growth. Oof, that's a good one. That's a great race card. Kavu, that's not bad. blocks the trades with the Brawler. Kind of awkwardly. We take 4 off the Strider. But next turn we get Terror, which takes care of the Strider. They probably have Colossal Growth here too, right? So is there a world where we just take 6? 6 down to 6. We hit them for maybe 4. Maybe more if... I think I like just the bounce off each other block here. Get the trick out of their hand, and then the Terror can dominate the board after that. Hopefully. Balmor. Well, an Essence Scatter here is going to be pretty good. But I think that's what we got to do. Got to run into it. There it is. Alright, so we can make the same block again. No, we can't. Okay. Well, we could. Okay, they're at 10. So if we were to draw a spell or a mountain, we have lethal. If they have a trick, we're dead. That's kind of true anyways, because if we block with Kavu and they've got +3/+3, we go to 1 and we're just kind of cooked anyways. So I think we're supposed to take the damage. And see what we draw. It's not going to matter. Okay. Trick it was. Again, losing the race. That's annoying. Were we on the draw this game? I think we were. And we took that extra damage because we wanted to see if we could kill something else. So we would have still died. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. I don't know. I think we were on the draw, which matters a lot in these types of matchups. See you for the next game. And we're back on the draw again. It's dangerous. We had a nice little 4-0 run there, and now it feels like our time is coming to an end. I think we keep, though. We have a hand with spells in it that we can cast. Take a couple points off Branch Rider here. Balmor or Joint Exploration. Hard to imagine this Balmor not just dying right away. If it lives, I mean, we're not blocking a 1/1 with it. If it lives, it's not going to do a ton for us right off the bat. It's better in the late game, right? Like we could just cast Joint Exploration, end of their turn, start playing Drakes. I think that's better than running at the Balmor here into Lightning Strike or whatever else. So we'll take 1. Charismatic Vanguard. Well, we want to draw probably both of these. Certainly one of them. Let's draw one of them. Not super into trading a Drake for Vanguard, but I think we got to spend our mana here. And I think we do have to block because we're pretty far behind already. It's interesting. We've played only like aggro racy kind of racing type games with our aggro race type deck. We haven't really seen a control player. Maybe our first opponent was. Okay, Figment plus Balmor or Micromancer finding Shore Up. And then just trying to block the Branch Rider. They're starting to maybe run out of gas here. I would like to block that Vanguard with the 2/1. That would be pretty cool. Don't want to block it with Micromancer, that's for sure. But I would like to have a protection spell for Balmor. Can't do all of these things. I think this sets us up the best. I mean, I guess if they draw land, though, then it doesn't. So maybe I didn't. Maybe I made the wrong move there. And with both? Yep. So yeah, I mean, they can pump. I mean, we could double block the Vanguard and then get destroyed by whatever combat trick they have. Yeesh, this is bad. This is really bad. I think we just block the Branch Rider and see if they want to spend their entire turn. Oh, right, that thing can also just pump. Boy. Sorry, guys, I think I'm punting this one. Thought I was smarter than this. Okay, Baird. It's a pretty good card. Micromancer getting Flowstone Infusion, I guess? And then are we killing the Vanguard or the Baird? The Baird is potentially a bigger problem for us in the long run. Whereas the Vanguard we can just block with Micromancer. As annoying as that would be to have to do. I think we'll kill the Baird. Don't decline. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kill, kill, kill. Yeah, I forgot this thing has a pump ability. Jeez. Yep. That is fine. Oof, that's annoying. Okay, well, they're out of stuff to do, seemingly. But now we need to hold up Bellow in order to deal with the Vanguard. So we're going to play Drake? I think we'll play Drake, yeah. Blocks Griffin Protector. And we're going to play Kavu here. I don't think we can. I think mistakes were made in this game. Yo, that's a good card. That's a great card. Okay, Protector's big. Yeah, this is a good attack from them. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So, man, we can't even kill Griffin Protector with the Bellow, can we? So let's kill Vanguard. This is 8, 9 down to 4. Man, that's such a good draw. Why can't they have drawn a land or something? Oh, we don't want that. Oh, God. All right. Yeah, the blue-red decks not having access to take up the shield is certainly a disadvantage of this color pair. Okay, get rid of this Griffin, I guess? Or do we get rid of the 1/1? I think we get rid of the Griffin. Try to swing this race back in our favor, but boy, we're very far behind. And then we might be forced to make a block here on the protector. I mean, we could go to 1. Not a huge difference between 1 and 4. I think I can go to 1. Go ahead. Play take up the shield. Okay. Oh, they have double Kavu as well, eh? Well, then. I think we're dead? So we're at 1. And blocking's going to be difficult. We need 4 blockers to deal with their Kavus, and then 2 more to deal with their other creatures, and we're at 1. So we can't use the Fire Nader on the Protector. We got to use it on a Kavu. Okay, well, that's what we got to do. Love to get in there with this amplifier, too. Don't need island. Can I get in with the amplifier? 2 blockers, and then 3 blockers. Yes, we can. If they want to trade off, that's cool. Alright, no creature. Don't draw a creature. Draw land, please. Alright, it ended as quickly as it began. We went 4-0 in like 5 or 15 minutes, and then we went 0-3. Boo! Well, that was a fun draft. We did some cool stuff. I think I probably punted that last game. The other games that we lost, I think we just kind of lost. It's sort of the way it goes. Sometimes you're playing a deck that wants to push damage. You're on the draw or whatever. Your opponent just kind of gets a good combat trick going at an opportune moment. But to really get there, this deck needed really needed Lightning Strike. All of our opponents had it, and we saw how excellent it was against us. It would have been so good for us to have had it. Timely Interference, you want in a deck like this. More Tolarian Terrors, just sort of a little bit less filler. These Soaring Drakes were like very medium. But deck did okay, 4-3, pretty good result. So there you go. Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one. Please do click like and subscribe if you like these videos, and hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the deck and how you might have drafted it yourself. Best of luck in your drafts. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye for now.